February, the month of love and the month where the mass population of weebs and gamers is the loneliest.
Stay strong, boys. We can pull through these hard times, man.
One of the ways to cope with these hard times is to hang out with the boys. Well, assuming they're alone as well. Or jack off. Or watch your rom-coms to channel that inner sweet diabetes in you. And one of those rom-coms is A Sign of Affection. A Sign of Affection is about Yuki, a deaf girl, falling in love for the first time. We watched her ride the bus as she was approached by a foreigner asking for directions. Struggling to communicate that she was disabled, a handsome man named Itsumi heard the commotion and offered him the location he needed. Meanwhile, Yuki stared at this handsome man, entranced, and then a slight spark inside of her lit up. A Sign of Affection is one of the most unique shoujo rom-coms this season. I mean, tell me about an anime about Japanese sign language and it's wholesome. There are some in the modern days of anime like A Shape of Voice, leaning towards the bullying aspect and the redemption arc of an a-hole. Ranking of Kings focused more on the journey of an underdog rather than the sign language itself, and Bocchi's cute. But the Sign of Affection approach involves highlighting the communication and usage of the sign language and putting a shoujo filter on it. You better prepare your insulin because the show's going to give you a lot of diabetes. So 3 things I love about the show. Communication. I'm sure you guys know every time you see this anime cliche of misunderstandings and it takes like 500 episodes to resolve the conflict when you could have just like solved it in 1 or 2 episodes. This anime doesn't have that BS, and mind you, this is like sign language, which makes it even more time consuming to convey your message. And speaking of sign language, they actually animated the JSL really well. By JSL meaning Japanese Sign Language. The only like Japanese sign language I know is from A Shape of Voice, of how you say see you later, and it showed in Sign of Affection as well. I was like, yo, they did that thing in Shape of Voice, bro, sheesh. Watching Itsumi attempt to communicate with her using signboards or just using chat messages and trying to use sign language to talk to Yuki. Even if there is a slight misunderstanding, they patch it up really quickly. With the limited communication medium that they have, it's so refreshing to see a rom-com that has progressed in just a few short moments but meaningful interactions. And when this scene popped up in episode 1, I was like, oh shit, oh man, I'm gonna love this show. Like, compare this to the manga, damn, they really animated this part really well. I love it. And bro, Itsumi got the freaking sign language riz, bro. He knows what he was doing in this scene. Bro, leading Yuki on. Sheesh. And speaking of Yuki, protect this jar of sweet and spice and everything nice. This girl is one of the most innocent young adult I've ever seen. There's one problem about Yuki and Itsumi. For one, Itsumi has 0 personal space at the start. Literally, my guy thinks he owns Yuki already. But hey, I can play the argument that this is probably the female fantasy of Jungkook, giving them a death grip or something and invading their personal space like it's their business. And the art and animation is pretty nice, like they really enhanced Yuki to that extent. Like, what else is there to say? This is a wonderful adaptation of the manga, literally an enhanced version of the black and white comic strips of love to a 4K HD resolution of diabetes. They even kept doing the simple cartoonish faces that the manga has. Pretty cute, I like it. But the Sign of Affection provided to us was this straightforward romance of a man who has seen different parts of the world, exposed himself to unique cultures, and then meeting a cute deaf girl who let her doors open into her small little world. It's some girl fantasy of a hot man invading their personal space, and the animation and art is pretty nice and bubbly. I like it. So yeah, that's pretty much on my end. I guess happy belated Valentine's Day to you boys and girls, if ever there is one out there. I'll be here in my room playing Grand Blue Fantasy Reeling. I also have a short pink-haired queen named Narmaya. She's short, big boobs, anonesan, and she has the weeb katana movesets that I love, and a bit of a yandere. But hey, a waifu's gotta have their weird quirks to them, man. Am I right? So click this video if you want more content from me and do the good stuff like subscribe, leave a comment. What are your thoughts about Sign of Affection? Is it too diabetic or just the right amount to feel that depresso espresso on your soul? So yeah, I guess that's all from me. See you guys. Bye.